Hey guys, welcome back to the 2023 Catalina Crossing. So we're in the middle of the channel. We're actually going to go ahead and make an adjustment right now. We're going to set up another link. It's going to be in the
This is a new link.
Oh, we
Oh,
just.
this is the new link. This is the new
This
link.
is the new link. So please go ahead, and if you're following the new link, go ahead and share it and have all your other family and friends join the new link. Again, we're back live with the new link here, and right now we're currently again following the Kona boys, who are right now in potentially that third place position and holding on really strong. They have been kind of keeping a good rhythm and having pretty decent surf. So there is a little bit of a bump for them to continuously keep this momentum going. And I know these boys are going to fight it out for the next potentially 14 miles of this race. But again, thanks for joining us here on Va'a Vibes, brought to you by Ade Outrigger World and Tahiti Va'a. Ade Outrigger World, awesome family. They promote paddling and the passion of paddling for people that want to be family, and we provide very good positive vibes for each and every one of you. Um, can you go ahead and tell us a little bit more about your training or some of the training that you might do for this type of race? Whether it's the distance that you train for, how many days? Is there something special that you guys might want to do for the paddlers maybe that are new, so they can understand what it takes to do a race like this?
Ben, pour moi, pour faire ce genre de course, ça se prépare déjà dès le mois de janvier. Hein. Donc, au mois de janvier, lorsque la saison reprend, ben, on a de la chance d'avoir des courses toute l'année pour justement évaluer l'entraînement, si l'entraînement est bon, qu'est-ce qui a ajusté justement pour les courses à venir. Mais c'est comme la Hawaii Kinui, comme la Catalina, ça se prépare dès le début de l'année. I tell that when we start the beginning of the year, we start training. Okay? For all of those races, you have to get ready before that races, and not like 1 month, 2 months before. No, you have to January when the year starts. You keep paddling. You have to have volume, and then you mix with gym, with cardio, with run, swim, any kind of sport that can help you to recover quick. Yes, and it's all about food, sacrifices. When you start early, so you can then manage, evaluate how your train's going, and you can just adjust it. Okay, if you're tired for that race, okay, you have to rest maybe a little bit, recover.
Right.
Don't push every time, because you cannot change like
Get injured or get
to Home Depot and to change your arms. Huh? You have to be really concentrate on what you're doing. Huh?
Absolutely, and I think just kind of being an athlete, paddler myself, competitions all over, whether it was anything. But I agree. I think you have to get that conditioning up, run, swim, row, weights, nutrition. All become a big factor in anything like this. And for many of these paddlers here in the U.S., this is their Molokai. And I'm absolutely sure that they look forward to this race. And as we can see, though, with this top pack, it looks like these paddlers are absolutely seasoned. These paddlers have done things like this before. And do you think it would be hard for maybe someone that only has a couple of years of experience? What would be the best opportunity for them to potentially get into a crew like this, or maybe train a crew to get there? Obviously, it's got to take years and years to get there.
C'est sûr qu'avec des rameurs de qualité, hein, de bons rameurs, tu évolues beaucoup plus vite. Hein, parce que justement, ils vont te recadrer, te donner des conseils, faire en sorte que après tu t'entraînes. Et comme je disais, la différence avec nous, c'est qu'on a des courses tous les week-ends. Donc après, on peut revoir peut-être notre coup de rame, revoir notre entraînement en fonction des courses qui viennent. Mais c'est vrai qu'avec de bons rameurs, ça aide. Hein. I said that with good paddlers, you can be good, but because they're gonna give you advices advices to be good, to improve your stroke, to help you that you go on a good way. You see?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't go on the bad way and
And now,
keep going on. No, no. The good paddlers gonna hey no, maybe do like this, and then
make
you made it your
adjustments.
own, huh? You made it your own too, huh? So,
Right,
but
right.
you have all these good vibes, good advices
Sure.
for be a good one, huh?
Yeah, so just we want to share this like part of paddling because again it is about the passion and to give to you all the information that you can obtain to become exceptional paddler and take the advice, try to get, if you're new to the sport, try to get involved, be there. Sometimes you don't have to paddle to get the knowledge. Sometimes it's just being there and experiencing it. Just like growing up, you have to be around your elders and your aunties, your uncles, your mom, dad, grandpa. You have to hear the stories, and it makes you live live the lifestyle. And sometimes it's good to go out, enjoy, party, but if you want to improve it, like Taylor said, it takes some sacrifice. And for sure these men have sacrificed, and they are absolutely crushing the course right now. We do have, again, we have about a little separation. We have about 3/4 of a mile to a mile gap between the first and second. Third, fourth, and fifth are about a mile apart at this point in time with Shell and Kalahui Kai. Eventually, what we're going to do is we will end up pushing up to the front. We will go and take a look at them at some point and see where they are, how the positioning looks, and then maybe we can come back. But currently in the pack for third place, we've got 5 canoes battling for that potential podium spot. Exciting paddling here at Catalina. I would have never expected to see such a good conditions here, and from what I hear, this is it. This is where some of the best conditions they've ever had.
É isso aí, pessoal do Brasil. A prova continua. Esse é o segundo link que a gente teve que botar aí por problemas de conexão. Peço a vocês aí do Brasil que estiverem assistindo essa prova, compartilhe o novo link aí com os amigos para aproveitar essa transmissão. Nós estamos bem atrás do nosso barco aqui, os Kona Boys, fazendo uma prova de recuperação aí, vindo buscar o time da Shell. Eles tem o time da Shell na vista aqui, estão abrindo o time da Shell e o time da Kalahui Kai, abriram bastante deles, mas estão vindo bem forte aqui, esse time de Kona, Big Island, um time campeão mundial da prova aí. Peço mais uma vez que compartilhe esse link, nós vamos tentar trazer o Ronald de novo aqui. Vamos ver se eu consigo trazer o Ronald ao vivo dessa vez aqui. Vamos lá. Ronald.
E aí?
Ronald, consegue escutar a gente aí, Ronald?
Loud and clear.
Ok. So, pessoal aí do Brasil, não precisa de introdução. Ronald Williams aí, pioneiro da canoagem, da Outrigger Canoa aqui no Brasil. Um prazer estar com você aqui de novo, meu amigo. Nós nos conhecemos quando você trouxe a primeira canoa em parceria com o Fábio Paiva, essa canoa para o Brasil. Eu tive o privilégio de ver essa canoa e participar da primeira regata com vocês lá em Santos, da Vera City, uma regata começando da praia, ali empurrando a canoa. Então, Ronald, o microfone é seu aí. Eu tenho aqui comigo que participar aqui um pouquinho com a gente dessa transmissão. So, guys, I was just introducing here Ronald Williams. He's live with us here from Brazil.
Não sei se vocês estão me ouvindo ou não.
Nós estamos te ouvindo, Ron. Nós estamos te ouvindo.
Alô,
Feedback.
alô.
Isso, você não está ouvindo a gente, mas nós estamos te ouvindo aí.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Make
All right.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yep.
We can hear you. So, Ronald, make your introduction. Feel free. Oh, we have problems with audio. Ronald cannot hear. Let's try to make this one more time.
Yeah, I heard him a little bit earlier, but absolutely, again, we're here still bringing you that live feed and live coverage here of the 2023 Catalina Crossing. We've got less than 12 miles until we hit the Newport Jetty. So 12 miles, if we're clocking in at 9 miles per hour, um, we're gonna get there fairly shortly. Currently about 2 hours into this race. We're looking at maybe 1 more hour and 30 minutes for potentially see some of these podium crossings here. So again, really, really excited to watch this race firsthand and bringing it live here to each and every one of you. Um, what what an amazing race. So we're going to have another change here for the Kona boys. Kona boys are going to be doing another uh, live water change here. We're going to see who they swap out. I believe looks like we got 3 in the water. We got 1, 2, 4 bailing. Here we go. 1, 2, 4 in. And just like that, boom, back on it. There we go. What do you think about that change, Teotihu? Pretty good change there, no?
Yep, maybe around 4, 5 seconds.
Yep.
So they have to start again because of, you can see that Lanakila don't change.
Sure.
So they reduce the gap. So they have to make a restart.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just saw that change, guys. Pretty good timing. Again, 5 seconds maybe at most in that change. Outside canoe from right here, the Kona boys looks like Lanakila. So again, maybe does give you a little bit of chance to gain some ground, but at some point the other crew will have to do a change at some point. So we're gonna be able to bring you a little bit more live coverage as we progress back to the front. Like we were talking about earlier, it does look like there is close to 3/4 to a mile gap between this third place crew, and there's a lot of time here left in this race. Again, we're looking at 12 miles left in the course, and well halfway in. There's a handful of boats progressively making their way slightly behind this third place podium pack. So we're really excited to bring to you a little bit more of these battles between some of these clubs. What's interesting is we're in a channel and there's a big distance between clubs right across on the linear side. So we've got clubs that are quarter miles north, quarter miles south, and yet they're going to the same destination. And like we were mentioning earlier, I think some of that's going to come down to the lines that these clubs take, and that could make the difference. A small huli, approximately maybe 20 minutes ago, they did lose a little bit of positioning, and they've actually looked like they made up a lot of ground. There was a small separation between them and the Kona boys, but they have definitely crept back into a potential third place position. So we're going to watch that one closely as that pack starts to catch up with us. But we are making our way to the front. We're going to go ahead and see the battle between 1 and 2. But that was Lanakila there. And again, Lanakila is now battling with the Kona boys for that third place position. But they've actually definitely got back their control and their groove and are right back in this race. So again, small huli, but as long as you stay in control and you keep pushing on, I think you're going to see a very good result from that club itself. So excellent drone feed right there.
Ouais, donc là, on voit que la Nakila a repris du poil de la bête. Hein. Ils sont en train de revenir sur la 3e place. Donc il y a un beau combat là, actuellement à distance entre la Nakila et les Kona Boys. Là, on essaie de rattraper la tête de course pour voir comment évolue à l'avant. Hein. Donc au loin déjà, on aperçoit que les deux pirogues, Shell et Kalahuikai, sont pas très loin. Là, approximativement, ils sont à peu près peut-être à 80-100 mètres. Vu d'ici, maintenant, quand on sera à côté d'eux, on aura une meilleure vue de la distance qui les sépare. Mais entre ces deux premières pirogues et le troisième, oh là, il y a un bon écart. Je pense qu'il y a déjà peut-être 800 mètres d'écart entre ces deux, entre le peloton de tête, ces deux pirogues à l'avant et jusqu'au top 5. Hein.
So like right now, we're creeping back up to the front of the pack. Currently, it looks like we see that Kalahui Kai is in second place at this point. So bringing that coverage to you, we're back at the leader pack here, back with numbers 1 and 2. Kalahui Kai is currently in second place and led by our first place boat, which is looks like Shell in the front.
Chris, you see the yellow boat? Okay.
And it looks like we're gonna actually maybe do an update. We do see an outside boat that actually might have taken off while we were in the middle of the pack, and we might have missed them on the outside. So we're gonna go ahead and try to chase that boat down and give you some information on that boat, because we might have missed it as we started this race. So we want to go ahead and make sure we give you the correct information, and we'll let you know as soon as we
Master. I think that it's the master. Maybe they start before the open. So that's the last master's canoe. So we can see that Shell puts a good gap between them and Kalahui Kai boys. Là, ils sont à côté. Non, il y a un bon 150-200 mètres actuellement entre Shell et Kalahui Kai. On voit que Shell là est très posé. Hein. Si je peux reconnaître à l'avant, donc on Fahoro, Nare Adji en seconde position. Je peux pas bien savoir c'est qui. En troisième position, Charles. Quatrième, Yorama. Cinquième, Sly. Et barré par David. Hein.
So again, it looks like we have just found out that it might have been a master start on the outside, so we wanted to make sure we had a good situational positioning, so we could give you the proper information for you guys. So
ouais, je peux reconnaître. En deuxième position, il me semble que c'est Richie. Hein? Donc Nare, Richie, Charles, Yorama, Sly et David.
Currently in first position, followed slightly behind. It looks like Kalahui Kai.
You can see the difference about their stroke. Huh? They're really calm. Huh? Really calm, and when they got some good bumps, they just accelerate just to get the bump, to get
very strong paddler. There's a little bit of a push there with that bump, and back to small attacks here and there, and it allows them to potentially create a little bit more gap. I do see that Shell looks really comfortable. I think looking back, Kalahui Kai is trying to push, but there has been a good separation. Still lots of time left, just about 10 miles until we hit the Newport Jetty. So as long as they keep this steady pressure and pace and keep the distance, Shell is looking absolutely strong. And so that's our positioning as of right now. It looks like Shell's in 1. Second is Kalahui Kai. Third, there's a battle between Lanakila and the Kona boys. So this is a really good fight coming into about more than halfway into the channel. We're nearing that 3/4 mark or 2/3 mark. and we're gonna see if there's any adjustments, maybe online, on course, as we get near to Newport. But amazing paddling. They're using the shell canoe that they shipped in and flew in with them, and it's a Mataina built by Are Tahiti.
E é isso aí, pessoal. A prova continua aqui. Vamos compartilhar esse link. Infelizmente aí nós tivemos problema com o áudio do Ronald, tentando consertar isso daí. Mas aí a Shell continua na liderança, dividindo a liderança aí com o time de Kahalawikai. Então a linha delas estão um pouquinho diferente agora, separados, mas lado a lado. Não dá para dizer quem está liderando essa prova. A diferença está no visual aqui. Não dá para saber quem está liderando, porque a gente não sabe quem escolheu a melhor linha aí. Vamos ver quem vai se beneficiar da melhor linha no final dessa prova. Mas eles estão aí com uma remada constante, com aquele tempo de remada perfeito que a Shell, né, sempre demonstra aí. Nós temos ali o peperu deles, ali, o Davi Tepava, que está anos na Shell, né? Botou um dos grandes responsáveis aí pela renovação de atletas aí, a Shell que está sempre buscando novos atletas, né? Muitos atletas juniores, inclusive atletas juniores da Shell competindo num outro barco aqui. Mas dentro desse barco aí da Shell nós temos grandes nomes aí e atletas. Acabou perdendo nos últimos metros para o Kevin Jerusalém, que também é um outro fenômeno do esporte. Mas a prova aí continua aí na prova. Nós estamos aí praticamente na metade da prova. Eu acredito que essa prova aí deve estar girando em torno de 3 horas e meia. O swell não está grande hoje, eles não estão tendo muito surf, o que não ajuda na velocidade, mas a Shell é a Shell, né? É um time muito forte. Esses times aqui vieram para essa prova com muita determinação aí, porque, como eu já disse antes, devido ao ocorrido em Maui, Molokai não estará acontecendo esse ano. Então os atletas aí que estavam esperando vieram para cá para competir Six-Man aqui na Flórida. Eu vou estar trazendo o Mike aqui de volta e o Terroto para continuar os comentários em inglês e francês. Mike, I was giving a shout out to my followers in Brazil, talking about the space that the Shell it's imposing since the beginning of the race, but they look really relaxed, and I see a canoe side by side with them and another line, so it's difficult to say who is winning this race, because we don't know who is choosing the best line, who is going to be beneficiated with the best line. Can you give me more feedback, or Shell is already changing now?
Right there we see a change. It's going to be
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2,
1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4, and then hand it off just a water, just to get a little bit hydrated in the canoe, because as you know, these steersmen don't change most of the time. They stay in the entire race. They iron the whole thing, and just a quick little water sip and get it going again. So the drop was just done. Great change, fast time, moving, and talk us through a little bit about that. Being a steersman, being back there, sitting there the whole time. How did it change? Do they give you water? Does he have water in the boat? What is the best way?
Ouais, là on se charge bien déjà au départ. Hein. Nous aussi, bateau escorte, médias, que ce soit médias ou leur bateau suiveur à eux, ne pas trop s'approcher d'eux parce que justement ça génère des vagues et ça fait profiter à l'arrière. I don't know if you guys see that. Sometimes we saw that David looked back, just tell the escort boat that, hey, you have to go maybe outside yep. And tell all the boats that go outside, don't give the boat wake for the canoes behind,
right? Because
they make the difference, and if someone took like some waves to get into it and to reduce the difference they made, right. So it's going to be confused in their mind. And
I did see that. I seen David was talking to the escort boat. He wanted an adjustment, and as you can see, they made that adjustment on that water change there. But again, another excellent water change. They definitely have a great system that they've implemented, and it's obviously paying off. We just watched Kahalawikai do a change as well. They did it approximately 2 minutes later. The boat came to a complete stop. They got to get started again. So we're gonna see how this plays out for the next 8 or so miles.
Là, actuellement, on voit, je crois bien reconnaître à l'avant Taputea. En deuxième position, on a Rehere. En troisième position, Charles. Quatrième, Brice. Brice, le Teaito de cette année. Cinquième position, Sly, me semble-t-il, et David. Hein? So we can see on the canoes right now, Taputea on first place, Rehere second place, Charles third place, and Brice, the one who won the Teaito this year, fourth place. And fifth is Sly, and David steers.
So that was our update on that show crew there. Show again has brought their team down here, and they are again currently the top leaders of this race, and they are followed about an eighth mile behind is Kalahui Kai. They're not too far behind, so we can see if we can get more updates on everyone else. All right, we're gonna cut back, take a break, and we'll be right back with the action.
This is probably one of our first few times going on to the V6. Next few weeks, I'll learn how to steer as well. And I hope that we can paddle just like them.
back to the 2023 Catalina crossing here. We're bringing you live coverage with Va'a Vibes and sponsored by Audio Outrigger and Tahiti Va'a. Right now we're in the middle between first and second place. We're following Shell and Kalahui Kai, and this battle has been going on this entire race. But Shell has created a good separation between Kalahui Kai. It's no longer neck and neck battle. There's about an 8 mile difference between the two crews. So we're going to go ahead and follow a little bit closely and see how this next 8 miles are going to play out. We did see a couple of good water changes with this front pack, and we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can see if there's any difference over the next 2 to 3 minutes. But currently, that's your leader pack. That other one, way out. So some of the things that we needed to consider is there's a lot of boats on the water. There's our boat. There's the chase boats for each club. There's also a few other media boats involved, and so we also want to go ahead and follow and give a lot of the respect to a lot of our paddlers. So with our drone footage, currently you're going to be able to see potentially the second place and first place respectively, so it can give you an idea of what the gap looks like. But if we can get that drone coverage, there it is. So you can see right there we have Kalahui Kai's boat, their chase boat following closely behind there, and they're probably going to give out some of their calls and make some adjustments coming into this last 8 miles of this race. So in order to maybe get into position to maybe get ahead of Shell, from here on out, what do you think it's going to take for them to really get into that position where they were neck and neck maybe about an hour ago, but now they've kind of maybe settled in, but you only have 8 miles. Talk us through maybe the next 8 miles, what you think Kalahui Kai might be going over.
Voilà, ça va être dur, hein, parce que on voit vraiment la différence au niveau du coup de rame, au niveau de la glisse. Que Shell, ils sont vraiment posés, ils attaquent, hein, on voit qu'ils attaquent. Mais par rapport à derrière, où qu'on les voit, ils sont constamment obligés de maintenir le rythme. Hein. Donc, bon, là, on est à 2h30. On voit qu'ils peinent quand même à réduire l'écart. Et devant, ben, lorsqu'ils voient ça, ils vont continuer à pousser pour creuser encore plus l'écart. Hein. It's going to be difficult for them because we can see that the Shell crews are really comfortable than them. They have to keep the rhythm, keep the speed. So we are like 2 hours, 20 minutes now. Yes. So we have like what, hour and a half?
We have actually, if it would keep this rate, it looks like it's going to be 1 hour until we reach Newport.
Okay.
They're running a pretty good speed right now, about 10 miles to the hour. And like we said, maybe no less than 8 miles left in this course. So I think we have just about 1 hour left at this point. So in 1 hour, there's going to have to make up a good gap in between first and second. And absolutely, I definitely agree with you. Going to have to push and keep the rate that much, but Shell looks so comfortable. And I do know that Shell can absolutely pull it on when they need to. So this will be a good challenge for Kalahui Kai.
Exactement. Là, bon, on les voit, hein, ils ont changé aussi un peu de ligne. Hein, ils sont montés un peu plus là. Tu les vois au large, un peu, on peut les apercevoir au large là. Mais voilà, moi, je pense que pour eux maintenant, c'est de tenir Shell au maximum pour qu'ils puissent creuser encore avec la troisième pirogue, même si on la voit pas. Hein. Donc tu vois que les mecs, leur challenge aujourd'hui, c'est vraiment de réduire l'écart avec Shell, quoi. Et de matcher avec eux le plus longtemps possible, hein, parce que c'est vraiment l'équipe à battre. Hein. Yes, so what I said is that the challenge for them is to maybe to finish that they can see Shell in front of us, in front of them. Between that Shell just go, we don't see Shell at the finish line.
Sure.
So for them, the main goal, I think, that is to keep a view on Shell at the end. Huh?
Right.
So the third canoe is really far back
Maybe
behind.
1 mile, I think.
So yes, maybe for them it's to
Yeah.
keep pushing, and reduce the gap with Shell.
Right.
Maybe match with Shell, but in distance. Huh? Don't beside them, but in distance, to keep them going slowly, not going too fast.
Right. So I think just looking at this race currently, so first and second place, we've got less than maybe about an 8 mile gap in between. And like we said, there's about 1 mile gap between second and third place. Third place, like as we sit and watch, is actually not even close. We can barely see them in that distance. So these two crews have definitely uh, come for the fight and the battle for the Catalina crossing. Very good showing by both canoes. Obviously, Shell has pushed the dominance and maintained first place for the rest of the last 15 miles, and currently Kalawai following. I think it's going to be interesting when we look at what happened over these last 6 to 7 miles and see where third place is, and see where that battle was. I believe third place we had was the Kona boys, and we had Lanakila battling it out. We also had offshore closely behind. So I would say safely that 1 and 2 is very far ahead. I don't think third place can catch up to second at this point, unless surf was extremely uh, rapid and big. It's going to be hard to make up any distance at 7 miles left. So it will be almost safe to say that 1 and 2 is going to fight for that position, and there's going to be a fight for the podium for third place. So that will be a really good battle in those areas. But watching Shell has been uh, an absolute show of pure, great, excellent paddling. And everyone is fortunate to have a crew like that in a race like this. And, Shell has set its dominance over the decade. Maybe any information that you think for something like Kalawai, they are a little bit of a mixed group and brought together. Uh, their training might be similar, maybe because of noticing how close they are. They do pretty well.
Ouais, on voit là, hein, que Kalahuika est bon. Hein, on sait qu'il y a des Tahitiens dessus. Du coup, qui ont un excellent niveau. J'ai pu reconnaître Kevin, Kif, les frères Tamaiti Tahio, Paya et Tapu. Avec des Hawaïens aussi, avec Kala, on a vu Kala aussi. Donc c'est vrai que avoir des Tahitiens dans son équipe, ça aide parce que on s'entraîne très dur toute l'année. What I said is that we have Tahitian on the crew, so it's good for the team, good for the crew, because of we train really hard. So even I saw Kala Hawaiian boys inside the boat. They train. I know that they train too.
Yeah.
They're good train.
Yeah.
But yes, it's all about train. No secret. Huh?
Yeah.
When you sleep, my father said, when you sleep, your friends train.
Yeah.
So that's
exactly.
the message. Don't sleep.
Yeah, so that's it, right? Train, and no secret to this. It's all about the time, sacrifice, and just training. Put in the time, get awesome results like this. As we heard, absolutely. The interesting part to see now is there's two different canoes here. The Matahina, we have the Unlimited from Phuket. So we're seeing that it does look like the gap actually got a little bit bigger just now as we were waiting for the third place and we're moving our way back up. But absolutely, I agree. There's no secret. You cannot take a secret juice or water to be a good paddler.
You know, Micah, it's like musicians. When you know how to play music, so you can have a guitar, and you know the notes, and then you have to train together to reduce all mistakes. You know how to play. Everyone know how to play piano, guitar, battery. But if the more they train together, more the sound
good, right?
Yes, and the vibes, the good feeling. It's all about together, the Tahoe, you know?
Yeah, so that's really it. You know, it's about, you know, bonding together and building a super strong positive energy, because that all that energy goes into the canoe, and like anything, right? Good energy, good results, good course. This is absolutely a combination from these two crews right here, and but by far Shell has opened the gap a little bit more, and I know they know the finish is close. They're gonna hammer for the rest of this course and just keep it on. So about 6.5 miles left, and we'll be right into the Newport Jetty. So we're here bringing you the Baja Vibes Catalina 2023. Andre, go ahead and let some of your viewers know.
Yeah. I'm here listening to you guys and enjoying these amazing comments between you and Tehoto. There's a lot of culture being spread during this streaming, right? It's what I like to bring to the community, the paddling community, is about the the cultural aspect of the VAR, right? The cultural aspect of the VAR. I was listening to you guys talking about training, and I agree with everything that was being said. A lot of people ask me, "Oh man, the Hawaiian, the Tahitians, they're good because they're like the fathers of the sport, the Polynesians or the New Zealand." No, they're good, yes, because they have that culture in their veins, but they are good because they wake up in the morning and they go to the water. They're in the water every morning, so you cannot expect being good if you don't go and you don't practice. You know, you see, I was in Tahiti. It was a pleasure to be there in June, and now I went also for the Super Aito that turns into be the Save Vaad. We're gonna talk. We can talk about that. Yeah, I saw. I heard Tehoto talking about the Tahoe. I want to bring that aspect because the this is it's very part of the a strong part of the Polynesian culture. And when I say Polynesian culture, I'm not separating island. All the Polynesian people, because you have like Hawaiians, you have people from New Zealand, you have people from Tahiti, but they're all Polynesian. It's one people, right? Different islands, one people as together. Yes, we fight in the water. We want to win. We want to compete. But what I was, what I had the pleasure to notice it over there, I saw people in Tahiti in the last week with like a shirts, save Maui, help to help. So the support from like the Polynesian people, it's like doesn't matter if you're Tahitian, if you're from Haiatea, if you're from Bora Bora. We call Tahitians, right? That is wrong. You guys are Polynesian, each one from each island, but you're one people. And the support, the unity that the Polynesian people have, it's amazing. You see, like I see this, what's happening in Maui, this tragedy, and but I know that the community is already getting together and they're gonna come back stronger. You know, to come back more united. You know, the union. Of course, we don't compare apples to apples. We don't compare apples to apples, but what happened with the Save Va in Tahiti was kind of a similar move. The movement of the Tahoe was similar. You can see the Tahoe of the athletes saying, "Hey, no, we don't like what's happening. It's like this. We're gonna put a race together here and make it happen." So you guys bring me more this cultural aspect of the Tahoe. You know?
Yeah, so absolutely, you know, the thing about Polynesians, Hawaiian, Tahitians, anybody that's from Polynesia, one of the most important things that we consider is family. Like family is everything, and you need to support one another when tragedy happens, and you need to be around them. And that's one thing you'll get from Polynesians is no matter what type of Polynesian you are, we are going to support you 100%. And that's likewise anywhere. When you meet people and you make family or you become family, you do all you can to 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 bring unity and bring the vibes and the feeling so that way it's strong and it comes back stronger. But I do know I did see that there was a lot of things happening in Tahiti recently after the IVF and the community getting together as paddlers for paddlers, and those are things again. It's all about the unity that everyone shares with one another. So for sure, everyone has their hearts and minds on Lahaina, and we've seen so much support. But absolutely, Andre, that's definitely what it is. And maybe Teoju can give us a little bit more things, and maybe how was the Save Ball race? How was that? And give us some things on the V1 race. How was it?
Ouais, ce qui s'est passé récemment, bon, c'est dommage, hein, c'est vraiment dommage pour le VA. Mais il faut aussi une prise de conscience, hein, prise de conscience pour tout le monde, pour aussi bien les rameurs, les organisateurs, le pays, parce que voilà, c'est dommage d'être arrivé là, mais voilà, c'est arrivé. Maintenant, il faut que tout le monde aussi se pose et tout le monde discute, hein, parce que on voit ici que le VA se développe, on voit que c'est vraiment Tahiti qui est le noyau, la mecque du VA, c'est Tahiti. Donc il faut qu'on ait une meilleure image, hein. Le VA, c'est pas ça. Donc comme il disait, c'est du Tahoe, on est polynésien. Donc le VA, c'est le VA qui a fait que les Polynésiens ont voyagé. Auparavant, c'était un moyen de transport pour voyager. Maintenant, là, aujourd'hui, c'est devenu un moyen de compétition. Et depuis quelques années déjà. Mais voilà, Save A, c'est arrivé. Il fallait que ça arrive parce que ça fait un moment aussi que, pour revenir au T8, au Super 8, c'est une course c'est la plus grande course au monde et qui depuis certaines années a perdu un peu de la course qu'elle était dans les années précédentes, dans les années 2010 et tout, hein. Donc on va pas revenir dessus. Maintenant, on tourne la page, on repart à zéro, tout le monde s'assoit et vive le vent. What I said is that we have to all sit down and just talk, don't think about myself. You have to bring the values back.
Yeah.
Values back, respect. And we are Polynesian, we all are Polynesians. And don't forget that the canoes before was to go island by island. Now is a sport.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. Even like coming from the Hawaii background and what happens in Hawaii, like this is now progressive, like a sport. But the culture is really what's really important. How to build canoes, why we built the canoes, what it did for us, how it connected us from island to island, and what we brought to them. Because that canoe, God save your life. You can travel from one place to another, but if there's a lot of respect, then that's really the foundation. And we need to absolutely give back to all the people that created Va'a. And I think about people like my great grandfather who was building canoes, my grandfather, my dad, my dad's brother, all canoe builders, and the respect always goes back to the person that taught them. And if we don't share that knowledge with each other, the unity will separate, and people might think one thing versus another. But that's the most important part of the culture, is keeping the main focus, bringing everyone together, sit down. Like anything, if there's issues, problems, we call it ho'oponopono. You sit down. After that, love each other, spread the aloha, and keep moving forward, because that's all it's going to take, is everyone to work together. And absolutely, that's exactly the message that needs to get across.
Et la chose importante aussi, c'est que malgré tout ce qui s'est passé, là, on se rend compte qu'on est un peuple très uni, hein, que l'union, quoi qu'il arrive, hein, à Hawaï, on a tous connu ce qui s'est passé là à Maui. Donc, mais voilà, on est ensemble, on a cet esprit communautaire, hein, où on partage ensemble les bons et les mauvais moments. Don't forget that the Va'a before was to connect island by island, and our ancestors used Va'a to go fish to, for feed the family. They use Va'a for sport, use the Va'a for just cruise. spend time on the water.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, like before canoe racing happened in Hawaii, they used to fish with canoes for opelu. It was opelu boats, and it was to fish and feed families. And there was an exchange between people in the water, people on the land, mountain, sea. Everybody was connected, and it came right from the Va'a. And amazing how it can build a strong community. But just like today, so many different paddlers on the water from all over the world. You've got people from Canada, Australia, Japan, Hawaii, Tahiti, French, Samoa. You have everyone. Like everyone in the world can paddle and be a part of this culture. So again, this is brought to you by Ade Outrigger World, Tahiti Va, and we're bringing Va vibes right to each and every one of you. We'll probably go ahead and take a break, get a little bit more information on some of the crews, and bring to you this last 5 miles of this Catalina course. Again, we have not too much time before we get there. Probably a good half an hour, and we should start seeing that jetty. So, brought to you by Baba Vibes.
This is probably one of our first few times going on to the V6. Next few weeks, I'll learn how to steer as well. And I hope that we can paddle just like them.
Hey guys, welcome back to 2023 Catalina Crossing here. We are watching the Unlimited Men's get on the way. We're close to Newport Jetty right now. At this speed, we're probably going to reach the Newport Jetty in less than 20 minutes. So we have about 20 minutes left potentially in this race. We're at 3.5 miles to the finish. This is it. This is, if you were going to make any chance to make up ground to potentially get into first place at this point, Kalui Kai has to put it on right now. It will be too late if it's any later. And I think as of right now, I think Teotu, it looks like we've got maybe close to a quarter mile, which is probably about a 2-minute gap between first and second place. So I think this is it. This is the only chance that you have to beat Shell right now. And what do you think about that, Teotu?
Ouais, là, ça va être vraiment difficile. Hein? Ça va être vraiment difficile parce que ben, on voit que Shell a encore creusé l'écart. Là. Pour revenir, bon, je vois que la seule solution avec les conditions qu'on a, c'est vraiment d'être derrière un gros bateau et que le bateau le tire jusqu'à l'avant. I think that the only things that Kalahuika is going to reduce the gap to pick Shell is to both wake.
Yeah.
Because now the gap is really important.
Yeah, I think so too. And looking at the conditions, I mean, right now
Yes.
it's smooth, it's rolly, it's not choppy, and I think Shell can obviously do anything. They can maintain in flat water, chop water, big swell, rolling swell. But this is ideal conditions right here going into Newport, and I don't think conditions are gonna affect much. Maybe if just the difference of when to push and when it may be too late. But we are just over 3 miles before we finish. So really good battle, and we're gonna see at the end what the results are. So again, we're brought to you by Ade Outrigger World and Tahiti Va'a, bringing you live coverage of the Catalina crossing. We currently have Shell in first and Kalui Kai battling. They are in second place.
Ouais, là, on voit que Shell a une bonne avance. Ils vont effectuer un changement là. Donc, ils vont changer 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5 pour Shell là. Là, je pense qu'entre les deux pirogues, il doit y avoir peut-être 500, 600 mètres. Ouais, 500 mètres facile. Hein? Mais avec les conditions qu'on a aujourd'hui, ça va être vraiment difficile de remonter. Hein? Après, je pense que Shell à l'avant, ben, ils continuent à poser leur coup de rame et bon, accélérer quand ils font juste pour prendre encore un peu de distance ou ben, de surfer les vagues qui se présentent. Hein?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, looking at this, right, we're coming in. We can see Newport straight ahead. You know, this is, if you can see it, you're kind of too late to get in that push position. But I do know that it gets a little bit smoother. Kalui Kai has a strong sprinting group, and but so does Shell. And I wonder if maybe the change they try maybe a sprint at some point to see if they can gain some ground, because like it is a little distance out, and with 3 miles, at maybe 7 minutes a mile, it's 21 minutes left to the finish. So could be a good position here. We're gonna go ahead and get you that high bird's eye view of the coverage shortly, and give you that positioning so you guys can see it. But the best thing about this race so far has been watching these top crews with their stroke and their all their style and everything that they're doing in the boat. It really you can define the differences. Nice and long, slow, but clean entries, good power, and maybe a higher rate. A lot of just constant paddling, so your rate stroke is a lot higher. But both crews doing an excellent job here at the Catalina's race. So very excited to bring that footage here for you guys, and follow these crews as we get in towards Newport. So we're there, we're close. Awesome, awesome. I don't know if you can see the water behind us, but it is absolutely glass. Can't see too far down because the water is obviously a little bit on the darker side, but very good conditions here. It's hot. I do know that these paddlers are probably really, really tired because it's been a long race. Uh, Even though it's cold water, inside the canoe, they're skirted in, and when you're skirted in, it does get hot in the boat. So in anything, I think you'll see a lot of these paddlers are kind of happy when they get to do a change because they get to cool off and get a little refresh. Do you think there's going to be more than one change towards the end of this race, or maybe just a push to the finish with less than 3 miles? Do you think so, or maybe one more change?
For me, maybe 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Because when it's change race, at the end of the race we made more change.
Okay.
Because like 10 minutes, every 10 minutes, just to keep the speed to finish it. Ouais, je pense que là on est à peut-être 2 ou 3 changements restants. Parce qu'en général, vers la fin, en fin de course, on réduit le temps de changer. Justement pour faire, pour sprinter jusqu'à la fin, quoi.
Right. So just with that information, guys. So just looking at a potential, a few more changes. Try not to make any mistakes coming into the channel as we get into Newport. We're going to see these clubs potentially try to get fresh paddlers in and keep the pace going and try to see the last push going into the jetty. But I do know, hands down, that this is where we're going to see how much they can push going in. We're running at about 2.5 miles before we close this race out. So stay tuned, stick with us. We're going to give you all of that feed as we get closer to the Newport.
E é isso aí, pessoal. A transmissão continua aqui. Desde já, para quem não acompanhou ontem, nós tivemos um problema e nós perdemos 80% do nosso equipamento de transmissão, entendeu? Perdemos drone, perdemos água, entrou no barco, então foi um problemaço aqui. Nós pegamos esse drone de última hora aí, mas nós temos tem as limitações porque não era um equipamento que estava sendo usado direto aqui na nossa transmissão, então temos que se adaptar a esse equipamento. Mas desde já agradeço aí pelo suporte de todos, por continuarem ligados. A prova está chegando aí no final. Nós já conseguimos ver aqui a costa, né, da Califórnia, aqui em Newport. Nós já estamos aí com aproximadamente 2,5 milhas para o final dessa prova aí. Então aí em volta aí de 5 quilômetros. E os times aí estão trocando. Esse time que está na tela é o time da Carraluicai, que está perseguindo o time da Shell. O time da Shell aí tem uma distância grande, está com uma distância bem expressiva em comparação ao time da Carraluicai, mas é isso, né? Nada definido ainda. Eu estou vendo um outro time que está bem aberto ali, não sei se eles vão se beneficiar dessa linha para finalizar a prova, mas a Shell continua forte, com uma remada longa aí, muito tempo de água. As trocas, agora é curioso, né? Porque a gente estava comentando isso aqui em inglês aqui, como no final dessa prova, se você não troca, se você troca mais, troca menos. E o Terroto, taitiano, que está aqui com a gente, fazendo a transmissão em português, falou que é muito da decisão do capitão, que algumas vezes é normal acontecer o que a gente teoricamente não esperaria, que seriam ocorrer mais trocas no final da prova. Ocorrem, as trocas diminuem para cada 10 minutos, ele estava comentando, às vezes, para manter aquele ritmo acelerado e os remadores sempre frescos, né, com uma musculatura mais fresca. Então essas trocas aí podem ir mudando para 10 em 10 minutos. A gente vai ver se alguma mudança acontece nessa prova, mas o time da Shell continua liderando bem a prova. eles estão seguros ali, não estão sofrendo nenhuma ameaça muito de perto aí do time da Kahului-Kai, a não ser que a linha esteja completamente diferente, se a linha deles estiverem errada, né? Porque tem um time que está bem aberto, como eu estava dizendo, que está lado a lado com o time da Shell. Então, isso nos leva a crer que a Shell e a Kahului-Kai estão seguindo mais ou menos a mesma linha. Esse time que está aberto ou vai se beneficiar muito de uma escolha, ou vai ficar um pouquinho mais para trás. Mas essa transmissão da Vibes em parceria aqui com a Ariel Rigo World e a Ari Tahiti, são fabricantes de barcos no Tahiti, são os quem fabrica as Matarinas, as V6 tahitianas, barcos que estão competindo aqui na Califórnia. E é um barco aí impressionante, é um barco que, como o Terroto estava mencionando aqui, é um barco para todo tipo de ocasião de mar, né? Muito bom no surf, talvez hoje é o melhor V6 aí para surf. Ela compete aí aqui nas águas de Califórnia muito com a Malolo, que é o barco da Poaqué. A Malolo é um barco mais leve, bem mais leve que a Matarina, que tem uma linha diferente, um barco um pouco mais magro. A Matarina ela tem muito volume embaixo, mas é um barco que te deixa ter essa remada mais longa, né? Mais tempo na água, mais tempo passando a pá na água e estendendo essa remada, que é uma característica dos times tahitianos, da Shell, por exemplo. Você vê ela com aquela remada cadenciada, aquela remada longa. Tem influência do barco? Tem. Um barco sendo muito leve, você tem que manter um ritmo de cadência de remada muito mais alto, né? Muito mais alto, você perde um pouco do glide, né? Você ganha no peso, mas perde no glide. E a Matarina ela é um barco famoso aí que surfa muito bem. Eles chamam um barco para todo tipo de condições. É o barco usado no Mundial, seja no Mundial de Sprint ou de longa distância. A Matarina que está sendo usado é um excelente barco, é o nosso patrocinador dessa prova que está trazendo Ariel Rigo World e também a Tahiti Vá, para você quiser marcar o seu camp, remar um pouquinho no Tahiti, siga ali a Tahiti Vá. We're gonna go back to English now, Mike. Tell me about, I hear you saying about the change, they're gonna do exchange, they're gonna do, I heard you and Terroto mentioning that maybe the changes are going to increase. I see Shelva dropping athletes in the water right now. Let's see who they're going to change.
So yeah, currently it looks like we got Shell just doing a drop. They pulled their chase boat to the front. They're dropping off 3, and there's 3 in the water. We're going to see who gets out. Looks like we got, actually it was just 2 change, just 2 and 4. It was just 2 guys, 2 and 4 on the change again. It looks like because we're coming in less than a mile and a half, some fresh bodies coming in, and I think we might see maybe 1 more change right before the finish, just to get that final push and secure the victory here. So again, Shell has separated between them, and second is now well over about a half mile distance. So Shell does have an excessive gap currently on second place. So to talk us through, they just did a 2-man change coming in, some fresh bodies.
Ouais, là, on a vu qu'ils ont effectué un changement, ils ont enlevé 2 personnes ont sauté à l'eau. Peut-être que bon, c'est leur stratégie, hein, comme je le disais, peut-être que ça a été décidé ainsi, ou peut-être que voilà, il y a juste peut-être entre eux, ben finalement ils sont bien, donc du coup ils ne voyaient pas trop l'intérêt de changer. Maintenant ça tout dépend d'eux, hein. Cette décision-là vient vraiment du VAA, hein, de la pirogue. Lorsqu'on a des pièces maîtresses qui peuvent encore envoyer, donc forcément on peut les laisser encore un peu plus. C'est peut-être pour faire reposer aussi les 2 autres pour l'arrivée, hein.
Yeah, so absolutely, you know, with those changes, getting fresh bodies in there, keep the boat moving. I think some people were asking a little bit, maybe saw outside canoes. We did have word that it looked like the Masters group started earlier to complete the course a little bit sooner. So I believe we do see some outside boats, but
Je pense qu'ils vont effectuer un autre changement encore. I think that they're going to change again.
Yep, I think so too. We see Shell again getting in position with their chase boat once again. CO2 takes like one more change right here with 1.2 miles to go until we hit the Newport jetty. But it does look like, again, we have 1 and 2, looks like Shell, and followed by Kalawi Kai. Let's just see if this is a drop.
Or maybe a refill water for David.
Oh, yeah, maybe just give a quick water break and get somebody in there to give David a little bit water. But we'll see. We're just watching their chase boat go up ahead, so potentially we'll see a simple thing. So again, following us here at the 2023 men's portion of the Catalina crossing, again from Avalon all the way back here to Newport Jetty. Yesterday we had the women and some of the co-ed. We're fortunate to be joined with Tehotu, and he was a part of the winning mix crew. And you know, just before we get in, you know, winning the mix open yesterday, you know, how did the crew feel, and you know, what was it like to win? I mean, must have felt pretty good to be that far ahead.
Oui, hier, on s'est bien amusé hein, avec les copains tahitiens et nos copines d'Amérique. Hein. Donc, c'est la première fois pour certaines. Et les conditions étaient bonnes. C'était pas trop fort. Vers la fin, on a eu un vent de côté pour nous rafraîchir encore un peu plus. Parce qu'effectivement, ici, il fait frais. Ouais, donc première expérience pour moi aussi, la Catalina. Superbe course aujourd'hui, hier aussi. Et bon, c'est pas terminé. On espère que tout se passera bien jusqu'à la fin.
Yeah, so you know, just kind of seeing this race has been, you know, quite an awesome race for everyone. You know, when we're basically coming in now at the 3-hour mark. Looks like we're gonna finish with, you know, under 3:30. Relatively maybe long course for some. Some people have definitely done longer races with longer times, but a race like this, you know, a good opportunity to practice for Havikinui, you know, maybe Molokai, this type of race here.
Oui, c'est sûr que cette course, ben, c'est bien parce que c'est une coupure un peu entre les courses de Tahiti. Déjà, le fait de sortir, donc tu découvres autre chose. Mais c'est bien pour le mental des boys aussi, de sortir un peu du Fénois et de venir aussi représenter le pays au plus haut niveau, hein, comme Shell l'a toujours fait et le démontre encore aujourd'hui. C'est un entraînement pour Hawaii Kinui aussi. On va dire que cette course-là va clôturer les courses à changement pour repartir sur du marathon. I think that it's the last race, changing race, because we're gonna go on marathon now tomorrow.
Right.
So it's good for them to see what happened abroad.
Good.
And to represent the country as we could, as we can.
Right. As you see right there, Shell, you guys got the drone footage. You just saw that rate just explode. They pushed it unreal. You know, they pushed it super hard coming into this channel. We're basically no less than a mile coming into that final push here. So the thing that we can take from this was we saw some different changes coming into the final. We've seen a little bit of different changes where there was only a 2-man change, maybe just a little bit of a water drop, and right back to it. But ideally, I think what we're seeing is just excellent paddling. We're so fortunate to get this live footage and live coverage here. Shell leading the way to yet another victory, and we get to have that first-hand experience.
And we have more comments here.
Yep.
Cedric Campbell, congratulations to all paddlers for their discipline, commitment, and inspiration to all of us watching. And thank you, Cedric. Yeah, it's such an inspiration to watch those guys battling in those water for 3 hours, crossing the Catalina crossing channel. It's amazing to see that. Yeah, it is an inspiration. Also, Micah and Tehoto, Norman James, from he's a Hawaiian who lives in Tahiti. No, aloha, Andre. Taboo time. Let's go. Stormy Norman. So Norman is a good guy in Tahiti. If you want to go, if you're going to Tahiti, he can hook you up with the big names over there. Thank you, Norman, for watching us. Hope to see you soon, my friend. Guys, we are less than a mile to getting on Newport here. It's not less than a mile to the end of the race, but it's less than a mile to get to the Newport. How long is this entrance over there? I think we're gonna be paddling in Newport for what? 3 more miles?
From what I understand, as soon as we get into that jetty, it's probably just under, maybe a little over two I think just a little one more mile maybe. So as soon as we get in to the channel jetty, and then once we pass that one more mile, and we should close out this race. So this race is going to be over in less than, give or take, 10 to 15 minutes. We should see our first place. Kalui Kai is coming slightly right now. As you can see, Shell left us. They're out of view. They're going into that channel. We have Kalui Kai pushing right here, right now. We're going to go ahead and get up to Shell right now. So if we can push over, we're going to go and get you drone footage. We're going to go to the Shell boat, and we're going to watch that finish, and then we'll catch Kalui Kai entering the channel as well. And we're going to go ahead and bring you all that finishing footage here. So we had about 30 miles from outside of Avalon and making our way across the channel, coming into the Newport jetty here. I think these paddlers are excited. They're seeing that the finish line is close. They're gonna be motivated to get through that finish line. So you're gonna see a lot of hard paddling and all heart right now, trying to go ahead and finish this race. But absolutely an awesome showing for our first and second, and we're excited to get you that final finish here. Looks like Kalui Kai is in front of us. They're probably gonna do another drop. So once they do another drop, we'll go ahead and catch this drop for you. But I think we're gonna get another drop here by Kalui Kai, and once we get that drop, we can probably move our drone over and bring you that footage to the inlet. But here we go, Kalui Kai setting up for a switch. And just like that, Shell is currently making the turn around into the Newport jetty. Once they get into the Newport jetty, it's less than a mile shot to the finish line, it looks like. But looks like they're there. They're gonna sprint this thing all the way to the finish. They are going to be jamming. There's no catching them at this point. I believe we do have our first place. Shell is putting on another epic paddling clinic for all the paddlers around the world, and we're so happy to bring it to you live by Vala Vibes. But currently we see them just entering, and they're doing a sprint finish to the end. Kalui Kai is again probably at this point about half mile out of sight, so we're going to go ahead and give you as much live footage as we can as we make our way into the Newport.
Yeah, we can see that Shell is already inside the harbor, and Kalui Kai is still approaching. Just did a change. You see some athletes in the water, and they're approaching the harbor right now. So we are getting close to the end of this race. Pessoal no Brasil, aí a gente já consegue ver que o time da Shell já entrou aqui no harbor em Newport, já está chegando ao final da prova. E o time da Kalui Kai ainda não está se aproximando, mas ainda não chegou aqui na água. Nós estamos falando aí por volta de meia milha, eu diria um pouquinho mais de 1 quilômetro, ou pouca coisa, girando ali, não, em torno de 1 quilômetro, um pouquinho menos, talvez, a distância entre o barco da Shell e o barco do Karahaluikai. Nós temos outros barcos aqui muito perto, mas são barcos do Master, da divisão Master, que começou antes, começou um pouquinho antes, a largada da Master Division foi antes da Open, e a gente está percebendo aqui que o ritmo que a Shell impôs desde o início da prova foi determinante para que eles conseguissem abrir esse gap aí da Karahaluikai. A Karahaluikai começou muito forte a prova, como tinha começado nos outros anos, tentando manter-se ali com a Shell, porque quando você mantém uma canoa lado a lado com a outra, você dá um gás para o seu time, né? Você está motivando ali, se você tem aquele contato visual. A partir do momento que eles começaram a abrir um pouco do time da Karahaluikai, essa distância foi aumentando. No meio da prova, a Karahaluikai tinha escolhido uma linha e a Shell mudou a trajetória, veio para trás, a Karahaluikai estava liderando a prova, a Shell veio logo atrás, perseguindo a mesma linha, mas é isso, eles perseguiram, mantiveram ali um pescoço a pescoço com os remadores da Karahaluikai e a partir abriu. A Karahaluikai agora está na frente do nosso barco e a gente pode ver que eles estão numa cadência muito forte também, e essa distância aí vai ser difícil de pegar. Vai ser difícil de pegar a Shell agora. Nós não temos muitos quilômetros ainda para o final da prova aí. Eu diria aí que em torno de 2 quilômetros essa prova já está terminando, já vai estar terminando cedo. E o time da Karahaluikai vem muito forte. A diferença não é muita, mas forte. Estão mantendo um sprint aí, tentando acompanhar o time da Shell. Mike, I was just explaining to people in Brazil the distance that Shell gapped from Karahaluikai. That in the beginning of the race, it was interesting to see they were like a head-to-head and side by side. And Karahaluikai, I think, pushed hard in the beginning, like they did last year, because man, that's the only way that you can keep with Shell. Try to beat Shell is trying to brain damage or keep, or not even a brain damage, more motivate the Karahaluikai paddlers. Hey, we are side by side.
Sure.
You have that extra boost, right? But once Shell, we noticed that Karahaluikai has one line and Shell followed that line, so Karahaluikai was leading the race for a little bit, and we see Shell chose to stay with them, and when they start opening a little bit, then it gets clear the power of the paddling together for how long that Shell makes the difference.
Right, so I think we did notice that. I would say probably within that first 7 miles, we did see a little bit of a small gap. Obviously, they set the precedence. They were both out front and trying to keep that rhythm and that pace. Karahaluikai just came into the Jetty line, and they're actually moving in, and we're starting to see that some of these paddlers here are very, very excited to see that finish line. But valiant effort by Karahaluikai. They're just coming in, and it looks like they're gonna take that second place, absolutely for sure. But just to give you the update, Shell will be crossing that finish line, and once they do, again, that's the result that we're gonna get.
Effectivement, l'équipe de Karahaluikai a bien géré sa course. Hein, on a vu qu'au bout d'une heure et demie, ils étaient toujours une heure et demie, ils étaient au contact de Shell. C'était peut-être pour les faire douter aussi un petit peu. Mais ouais, félicitations à cette équipe-là pour le spectacle qu'ils nous ont donné. Parce que pour tenir Shell, c'est pas évident. C'est une équipe qui s'entraîne ensemble tout le temps, qui s'entraîne très dur. Et les matcher un petit peu là pendant une heure, c'est bien pour tout le monde, c'est bien pour nous aussi. Ça. Sinon, on va s'ennuyer un petit peu pendant le live, quoi.
Yeah, and I think just with that, I think we're basically coming into that final checkered flag there for the finish. Shell will be your champion for the Catalina crossing, and then we have Karahaluikai following about half a mile behind.
Yeah, you're right, Micah. And here's interesting because it's a challenge for the live streaming also, because it's a channel has a lot of boats coming in and out, so you have to respect the patrol regulations
Sure.
here, so you cannot be speeding in this area. And it's interesting because we're at side by side with Shell, and the captain of our boat right now is keeping 6 miles an hour, and Shell just took off. So unfortunately, we cannot keep with the boat because of regulations here. But yeah, we can say that Shell is basically winning this race, and is no wait for Kahaluikai to close this gap. It's too big right now.
Right.
It's too big right now, but they come strong, and the difference wasn't so big. So, congratulations also Kahalui Kai for an exceptional performance here, just proving that it's one of the top teams in the world. You know, you have more master crews arriving, passing by us right now. I wonder, Micah and Tehoto, who's coming in third?
That's going to be a good question, because third place was when we did leave that middle pack from third to seventh place. We left them maybe about when there was 10 miles left, and we covered the first and second place. There was well over a mile gap, I would say, between second and third place. So it's going to be interesting. The battle that we saw before we left was actually between offshore, Lanakila, and the Hawaii boys. I believe the Kona crew was in third and battling Lanakila, but it's going to be interesting to see when they come around that corner. We will be here to see that finish, and that's the battle right now. 1 and 2 has solidified. It is most likely right now we're going to call it. It's going to be Shell winning the 2023 Catalina Crossing, followed with Kalaui Kai in second.
And Tehoto, I want you to give this shout out because it's coming from Tahiti.
Yeah.
First of all, Sebastian Girosian, awesome coverage. Thank you, Sebastian. But also, I know that this one is coming from Tahiti, especially Bora Bora, to be more precise, from Talifit. So, my friend Joran, excellent coverage. Maruru Va Vibe. So, you can talk about, because I think his team was representing Tahiti in the worlds also, right?
Yes. Oui, donc l'équipe de Joram a représenté le Finnois au dernier championnat du monde. Je tiens à féliciter quand même Joram et son équipe qui ont fait un beau travail. Maluru Joram, merci pour ce que tu fais aussi pour le A, hein, avec ta course et Faitoito pour la suite. Donc au niveau de la troisième place, bonne question. Maybe we're gonna ask the followers who's the third place.
Let's do it.
For you guys. Between Lanakila, we have 3. Lanakila offshore
and Kona.
And Kona
the
boys.
Hawaii boys, yeah.
So that's a good question. We're going to put this in question. You said Lanakila?
Lanakila, the Kona boys, and then offshore.
Offshore. So we're going to, you guys, if you're online, send me a comment. Who do you think is going to be the third place? Lanakila, the Kona boys, or offshore? Let me know.
Who gonna complete the podium? So Mataina first, Puakea second, and the third crew.
Who is it gonna be?
Who's gonna be?
It's gonna be a battle at the end. I think we're all excited to see that. You know, it's really what it's about. You know, being on that podium is a lot, and this is what it is. This is the Channel Crossing, championships right here. This is the men's race day 2 of the Catalina Crossing Channel Challenge here. Again, we're just really excited to bring that footage here live and direct for you guys. Thank you for all the viewers. But go ahead, tell us who you think is going to take that third place. It's going to be a close one, I think. I do think there was a really good fight happening for that third place finish.
I have already a comment coming. Sebastian Girosian saying offshore. He guesses offshore is coming third.
Wow.
Good guess, good guess, good guess. But we cannot forget we have Lanakila, we have the Kona boys was coming really strong also. So I wonder, the battle is going to be intense for the third place.
I have a feeling with how the water is and how we looked when we were coming into the channel. I do believe, like, if it's tight, absolutely all out sprint finish. You're not gonna see anyone in that boat that's not tired. They're definitely gonna push and try to make sure definitively that they secure the podium. So we're about to, get closer to the finish line, and once we get to that finish line, we're gonna get the opportunity to see how things are gonna pan out. But definitely want to give a shout out to Audio Outrigger World for bringing you this live from Va'a Vibes, and also Tahiti Va'a. Thank you for allowing us to do this feed. And again, this feed is built by paddlers for paddlers, and all about the passion and love for the sport of paddling, and also for the culture and the respect and everything that we can bring from and gain from paddling. So thank you for joining us. We're gonna continue bringing you coverage, because I think third place is going to be coming in very, very shortly, and if we'll know as soon as they come close, we're gonna know who that battle is between, and we'll find out if there was any separation. But that third place battle was definitely a back and forth between those three crews.
É isso aí, pessoal. Pessoal, a gente está conversando aqui, botando essa enquete aqui no ar, porque a gente tentando explicar para vocês como acontece aqui no Newport Harbor. Você não pode tá acima de 5 milhas por hora, 6 milhas por hora. O nosso capitão aqui já está um pouquinho acima, mas quando a gente chega aqui, a gente não pode ficar na frente da prova. Então o barco da Shell e da Racal chegou antes da gente um pouquinho aqui, e a gente não pôde acompanhar aquele barco porque a gente tem que respeitar as regulações aqui, as regulações da marinha aqui local. Então, mas praticamente a prova aí, Shell liderou a prova inteira. O time da Carraluicai veio em segundo lugar ali. Agora a pergunta que a gente deixa para vocês no ar aí: quem tá vindo em terceiro? Se vai ser o time da Offshore, o time de Kona Boys, que é o time campeão mundial agora em Samoa, ou lá na Quila. Esses três times estavam ali cabeça a cabeça. Não podemos esquecer também de a NAC, que é um outro time aqui local, estavam vindo muito forte. Então deixa o seu palpite online, manda uma mensagem aí, quem que você acha que vai vir em terceiro aí. Já temos comentários aqui de dizendo que é Offshore caminho em terceiro. Então deixa o seu comentário aí no Brasil. Mike, I was explaining for people in Brazil what we said about the regulations here in Newport Harbor, but also Shell probably won this race, and with Carraluicai in second place, and the guess for the third place between Offshore, Lanakila, and the Kona boys. But we cannot forget NAC, buddy. NAC was right there.
No, they were definitely there, and we're gonna see. Again, they were about a mile behind first and second place. I do know that it looks like it's been confirmed through some of the comments that absolutely Shell has officially taking that victory spot there, and followed closely behind Kalahuikai, probably no more than a quarter mile behind that. But the thing that I can attest to is those four crews that were coming in was very, very tight. I think I see our third place coming in right now. If it's me, I think this is the Hawaii boys. I think we are going to see the part of the IVF championship team from Kona, and then of course we're gonna have them coming right across from us. Let's go ahead and see who's in this crew, and absolutely providing live footage right here for our potential podium finish. It is looking more and more like, as they get closer, another Matahina canoe, and it looks like they put behind one crew, but they do have a little bit time.
So this is a junior crew probably that we see on the screen.
Yeah, it looks like one of the junior crews that we just
And now on the screen we see the third place, Micah. It's the Kona boys.
Kona boys. So if you said Kona boys on our feed.
Oh yeah, just saw a guy here say Cedric Campbell, Big Island. Java finish strong, finish with pride. Congrats, Zach, and the rest of the team. That's it, Cedric. That's your guys on the screen. Congratulations to those guys here. I have the part of the crew here, Tehoto and Micah, giving a shout out. Feel free, guys. Feel free. This is a funny live streaming. You don't hold your feelings. I know that a lot of you guys are
Come on, Asbo!
So you can see that you have a Tahitian over there, and you have part of the crew that was the champions, the actual champions. They did a lot of changes.
So
This is steerman, this young steersman boy. Can you tell me about this boy more? Because he just won the world, and he put such a demonstration of surfing in Samoa that he kick ass.
no, this Ivan is an excellent paddler. Puts in a lot of hard work and effort. Great steersman. Looks like right here we still have a battle. We still have Lanakila following closely behind. Um, Absolute battle here. These guys are gonna sprint it today, and it's gonna be a battle to the finish here. Go Danny! Go boys! Go boys! And right here we go. This is gonna
Job,
be
guys!
a sprint to the finish right here. They're gonna try to chase down the Kona boys and the Tahitians right in front of them. So this is it. This is gonna be a tight battle. But as of right now, coming around the corner in third, it looks like again we have the Hawaii crew by the Kona boys and the Tahitians, and followed close behind Lanakila. And everyone knows no stranger to the podium. Excellent paddler, multi Molokai winner solo, and all out. He also won the California V1 series this past season at Danny Ching. So absolute hammer. We're gonna see this come through to the finish.
An example of athlete at 40 years old, keeping with the young guns. As I tell my friends, like age is just a number. If you take care of your body, nowadays with the technology that we have, with supplements and everything, yeah, you can compete high level,
Sure.
over 40 for sure. High level, that's a myth. You see, Danny Chin just won as you said, Molokai at his birthday. So it's a guy that won everything. You name it.
Yeah.
The guy stand up paddle, OC1, V1. He just he raced against a lot of Tahitians in the beginning of the year here. Like a lot of big names came to the California waters,
Right.
and he raced the V1. So the question is, when are we gonna see Danny Chin competing in Tahiti?
I think we will probably see that. I know Danny has obviously priorities. Got the family at home, and but a stellar athlete. Um, nothing but good things said about that man. And you know I know I have a couple paddlers that I paddle with that know him personally, and good family man. Definitely practice the culture, and he's put up a lot of sacrifice to get to where he's at. And it's obviously paid off, and he's got a lot of good paddlers that just put on a really good show right now, trying to chase down these Kona boys for that podium finish. There's still a little bit more paddling to go, and and and, and, and we're gonna see how this plays out. This is gonna be pretty unreal right now.
And curious fact is that our team member here, Hussein brother, is Danny Ching won Molokai at the age of 20, 30, and 40. So that's just another proof of, I don't know if this is true. If it's not my fault, guys. It's Hussein. You can reach out to his Instagram.
Nah,
So,
he's,
but
he's
yeah,
definitely
like he's been in the game for a long
like
time.
I said, he's not a stranger to that podium, and he's not a stranger to any race that's available. So, um, big top off to that Lanakila crew. If you did know, we did note it earlier. Um, I wouldn't say it was the breaking point, but I would say that the time I think there was a small mishap. It looked like they hoolied, and that's when the Hawaii boys kind of pushed the battle there. Offshore obviously followed slightly behind that. So
And the gap looks like it's closing right now, closing the gap. Micah, do you think they can still make a movement up to the Kona boys? The gap is closing. I wonder where is the finish line, but the gap is closing. Definitely, the gap is closing.
yeah,
So
no, like I said, this race isn't over until you cross that finish line. I do think condition-wise, right here, maybe a lighter boat might pay off in this type of area because there's not too much. It's more flat water. You probably got to push a little bit, We're gonna see, but I think you can always try to close a gap, especially when there's only a half mile left. But it's going to be a big battle here for the finish.
Yeah, they're making moving. They are making moving on the Kona boys. Or no.
I think that's
Yes, it is.
no. I think that might be the junior crew or the other masters.
Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe the junior crew. Yeah.
But at the same time, no matter what, the race isn't over until you cross that finish line, and the results say it all.
And just to complete you guys about Danny Ching, he represented the USA at the World Sprint in 2008. He was the only one in the Tahitian series on the final.
Yeah.
And so he's a complete athlete, sprint, long distance. He's a waterman.
Yeah.
And you can tell more than that, right? Because you were there. Your brother was beating everyone in that race, the 2008 sprints.
Yes.
When he won as a junior, he won the open division. I think you're right. Johnny Chin was the only no Tahitian in that final sprint.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, that's the point that we try to make to a lot of our paddlers is to paddle with the best can put you with like right now we're talking about Danny Ching and all of his accomplishments, and it's a testament that paddling is a worldwide sport. People from all over the world, and even IBF, you've seen it. There's people from Brazil winning, Chile, Peru, everyone. There's a lot of talent all over the world, and so paddling is worldwide, and there's great paddlers all over.
Pessoal, aí a prova aí concluída aí pela Shell, campeã da Catalina Crossing. Segundo lugar, o time da Carlo e Kai. E quem está vindo em terceiro ali, a batalha estava de grande entre o time de Kona, o time que ganhou o Mundial de Samoa, e a Lana Aquila, o time da Dani tinha aqui, que eles batalharam essa prova aí cabeça a cabeça. Infelizmente o time de Lana Aquila sofreu um rule durante a prova. O time de Kona abriu esse gap, manteve esse gap até o final da prova. E estávamos comentando aqui a respeito do Danitin, que é um atleta fenomenal, 40 anos de idade, aí ganhou a Molokai solo aos 40 anos de idade, já ganhou tudo. Esse cara aí pode, você der um nome aí, stand-up paddle, V1, OC1, Catalina Crossing, o cara já ganhou tudo. Você aí que passou dos 40, meu amigo, não tem desculpa para não sentar numa canoa e remar. O esporte aí é maravilhoso e você pode estar competindo em alto nível. Hoje em dia é muito fácil de você estar passar dos 40 e continuar competindo no alto nível com a tecnologia que a gente tem, suplementos, o apoio de nutricionistas. Você cuida do seu corpo, você vai longe. Você cuida do seu corpo, você vai longe. Mike, I was just explaining what we just talked about. About Danny Ching and the race here, but now that we're getting close to the end of this race, the end of this streaming, I would like you and Teho to feel free to give a shout out for your family, whatever you want to talk about, sponsors or people who helped you. The camera, the microphone is yours. Before you guys start, I want to say a good thank you for my family support, Ariel Terrigo World for supporting this live streaming, putting us here, able to make this live stream for you guys. Thank you, Ariel Terrigo World, for putting this streaming together. And also, my family, my wife, my kids, my family in Brazil. And I want to give today a special shout out for a guy that I love a lot, lives in Tahiti, Kiki Debois, the guy who's gave the name for my Matahina in Miami. If you're watching, Kiki, I know that you're watching. Send me some feedback here. I love you, brother, and hope to see you soon. Stay strong.
Go ahead, brother.
Merci. Je voudrais remercier les copains là aujourd'hui. C'était la première fois pour moi en tant que commentateur, donc soyez indulgents. Et voilà, j'ai passé un bon moment là aujourd'hui. Il y avait un superbe combat. On a pu voir que les Tahitiens sont encore là. Et je voudrais remercier Arrow Trigger World, Tahiti Va'a et tous ceux avec qui j'ai pu partager de bons moments aujourd'hui et depuis que je suis ici. Hein. Donc un petit bisou à ma petite famille aussi, ma femme et mes 2 enfants qui sont à la maison, qui je pense me regardent là aujourd'hui. Donc bisous de papa et à bientôt. Thank you.
Yeah, aloha, and again, thank you for joining us for Va'a Vibes. I want to give a big shout out to first just the sponsors, Audio Outrigger World, for helping us bring this live feed to you, as well as Tahiti Va'a. But I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to both my mom and dad, both legends, both David and Kim Kalama. They are everything when it comes to paddling in Hawaii. They absolutely live, breathe, sleep, eat, everything paddling. And lucky for me, I get to absorb all of this information and make paddling my world. Want to thank Joey for always putting a lot of effort into getting crews here and bringing the competition, and Baptiste for taking care of all the paddlers. And thank you so much. Also to my wife, who raced yesterday with Ihilani. They did awesome. They got a third place podium finish for the unlimited women. Big shout out to those girls. They had a really awesome race. And then, of course, just all the viewers on this channel and all those that are gonna view this. It's again, this is built by paddlers for paddlers. But also we want to keep in mind the families affected in Lahaina. This one is also for you guys, Maui Strong. Shell took it home for you guys, followed by looks like Kalahui Kai and then the Kona Boys. So big shout out to Maui. Again, our hearts are with each and every one of you, and lots of prayers for everyone. But thanks for joining us on Vibes, and we'll go ahead and check on the finish line and cut to a quick break. And we're back after that quick break. We just saw Outrigger coming in on the fourth place, and right here in our screen, looks like we have NAC. Looks like steering is Brent Campbell. Like his father is a legend, Uncle Dennis.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, boys.
Good job, fellas.
Yeah. So this again was a strong crew. We did a prediction on who we thought was gonna be in the mix, and I think we were right on. I think when I spoke to Teotu and Andre, we were like asking, hey, what do we think it's gonna pan out? And you know, our usual suspects came up. We discussed that Shell would be there, offshore would be there. We predicted Kalahui Kai absolutely would be there, along with Kona, the Kona boys, NAC, Outrigger. So I mean, your usual suspects, but also with Lanakila, but just unreal. And I'm so sorry. I believe this is fifth and sixth. We might have said that a little backwards, but um, this is a really good finish for these boys. Again, this was a long channel crossing. We were looking at about 30 miles or so, and just absolutely a good race for each and every one of these paddlers. Um, Definitely, with all of this paddling that we're seeing, we're just seeing a lot of final efforts, and it's all left out in the boats and on the water.
Yeah, we have Wittgenstein and Brent Campbell in that boat. Those boys are no joke. Strong paddlers. Will in numerous words, like competing in the words. Brent Campbell as well, the same. Big guys, big names here from California and from the VA community all around the world. And when I say VA, guys, it's in general because if you're looking for the meaning of VA, VA is not only a V1, but VA in the Polynesian culture. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. It's any type of boat, watercraft. Like, OC1 can be a VA, V1 is a VA. Of course, we associate to the V1, but VA, honestly, from my understanding, is any type of the watercraft.
Yeah, I think we can. I think that's it's safe to say. For us, it's all about the respect of any craft on the water. I mean, there's a lot of skill set that comes with those crafts, and there's a place for everything. Specifically for us, I think we favor the V1, which is a rudderless boat, and even going to that. A part of the reason why I believe Hawaii has upped their game is the V1 has become more of a precedence there in the islands. So, for example, our canoe club, we pretty much push all V1 because to make a complete paddler, that's probably the best tool for you to have, and it's going to make you an all-around paddler. And I think Teotu can attest to that as well.
Oui, effectivement, c'est la base, c'est vraiment le V1, hein, le VA à une place qui s'est développé et devenu le OC1, OC1 à Hawaï. Mais on remarque hein, que tous ceux qui sont bons en V1, forcément, lorsqu'ils sont sur un V6, ça fonctionne très bien. Mais c'est vrai que toutes ces embarcations, c'est le VA. Hein. Maintenant,
Yeah.
chacun a sa façon de voir.
First place, Shell with Matahina. Second place, Kalahui Kai with Puakea. Third place, the Kona boys from Hawaii, and I mix with Tahitians. And just exciting to see the progression of paddling and where we're going. But absolutely, what an epic race for all of these paddlers making their way across that Catalina channel. And now we're into the Newport harbor, and we're coming in, and we're making our way towards the finish line. And something to really talk about is every craft has a benefit. When we talked about it earlier, there's a place for everything, and no matter what, we support paddling to its fullest.
Yeah, it's basically you have to paddle everything. You have to be a waterman. Every boat, every different boat is gonna give you is gonna give you different feelings, right? Going to Tahiti a lot of times this year, the word that I hear the most, Micah, it's feeling, feeling, feeling. People see a Tahitian or a guy from Hawaii like you, um, and they ask. I'm pretty sure that the first question, hey, why you guys are so good? Hey, teach me the V1. Hey, and it's basically feeling.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this feeling. How people can get this feeling. I know how, but I want to hear an explanation.
Sure. I mean, the quickest or the safest explanation I can give is, like you need to be on a craft all the time to understand and get the connection between the vessel that you're using. But specifically in paddling, I would say in a V1, you can absolutely get that feeling because you have to be connected to the boat. This allows you to understand your body and how the boat feels in the water, and it allows you to adapt to all types of water, flat water, chop water, surf, and it allows you to get this connection. And there's a sense of excitement and like the kid that comes out of you when you're like paddling and you catch a wave or you catch a bump. That's a part of the feeling. But also, when you go from one paddler into a six man, you try to find that feeling together with six paddlers, and I think that's one way to explain it.
Oui, le feeling pour moi, c'est vraiment c'est la base. Hein. C'est vraiment la base du A parce que euh, sans le feeling, ça va être dur d'exceller parce que forcément, à un moment donné, le physique va flancher. Mais si avec le feeling, tu as pu bien récupérer, faire ce qu'il fallait pour. C'est le feeling qui va.
That sense of pushing. So right here, you're gonna see the champions coming right behind us. I'm gonna let Hussein get a good visual of these boys.
Do you think you guys can reach out to them and get an interview? Oh,
good job, boys. I think so. They're gonna go.
yeah. Come for an interview. Okay, guys, we have here Shelva, the champions of this race. We're gonna try to get an interview with Davi, and to see what's going on, how was the race, and his feeling about the race.
I think so. Like there they go. The boys have just paddled their boat back to the staging area for collection, and they had an unreal race. Obviously, very excited to be there, and business as usual. They definitely came in, put on a clinic for us, and I think they're all excited to be at that finish.
Just go to the finish line. Yeah, when we have this beautiful visual here, this drone shot of Newport Beach. It's an amazing event, and we have here Ron Zander Williams. Great coverage. I want to do Catalina again next year. Unfortunately, we couldn't have Ron his audio, but Ron did his race back in the days, and he was watching the whole live streaming. Então, meu amigo Ron aí, obrigado aí pelo suporte. Nós tentamos aí te colocar, mas felizmente nós estamos se adaptando com esse equipamento aqui para trazer você ao vivo na próxima. Aí nós vamos fazer muita parceria junto aí de transmissão. Obrigado desde já, Ron Zander Williams, dos pioneiros junto com o Fábio Paiva aí da Outrigger no Brasil, né? Anteriormente chamada de, como a gente não tinha YouTube naquela época, não tinha muito conhecimento, o esporte foi batizado como canoa havaiana no Brasil, mas é uma canoa polinésia, é uma canoa que representa a cultura polinésia, que faz parte da cultura, como esses povos foram colonizados, usavam a canoa como meio de transporte, de buscar alimento e até guerra, né? Batalhas. O Cauê é um que eu quero trazer nessa transmissão também, porque é um grande incentivador da cultura da Polinésia no Brasil. And guys, I was just explaining some followers in Brazil that they love the Polynesian culture of the Va'a. It's a pleasure to have you here, Micah. It's a pleasure to have you here, Tehoto, participating in this 2023 Catalina Channel Crossing, an amazing race. We're gonna keep doing this forever, buddy. We're gonna be bringing you online from Tahiti. Let's talk about the next race for Va'a Vibes. We're gonna be live streaming the Hawaii Nui, my friend. Hawaii Nui, 3 days race in a catamaran. We're gonna live stream that race. It's gonna be another challenge, but we're gonna do it for all those people who is watching right now. We apologize if we're still not a TV channel, but we're doing our way to give you coverage, guys, for the lovers of the sport. This, as Tehoto and Micah said, is made for paddlers, by paddlers, people who love the sport, the Va'a sport, to participate in this. Now, Micah, I think you have some Hawaiians come to talk to you.
I think so. We might be able to get the Hawaii crew to stop really quickly, and like we can give them a good shout out here. Will be really good to hear from them and try to get their thoughts on the podium finish that they had. So would be ideal to just have a conversation. So right here I got on screen, it looks like we've got the Kona boys and the Tahitians here coming in, and we're going to try to get a word with them right here. Right here, look like Yeah. So there's a team from Hawaii, Podium boys, third place. Like, how was boys?
We're gonna try to put the boat closer here to do an interview with those guys from Hawaii. Yeah, we're getting together here with the Kona boys, third place on the Catalina crossing channel. The actual world champions.
And we're gonna be here right now. We just got the team mix. Hawaii and Tahiti just came in. Um, how was the race, boys? I got Avon here, the steersman. What did you guys think about the race? How was it?
Good race. I think it was a good race. Had some good surf. It wasn't too on the Ama side. It was kind of behind us, so felt good surfing all the way.
Yeah, it looked like you guys put on a really good start. You guys pushed the race really well in the very beginning. I would say maybe about halfway through. I don't know if you guys seen it, but did you see? Looks like you're battling for third, and you saw Lanakila flip. Did you guys push on that?
Yeah, we did a little push, but still we had about what was it, maybe 20 miles left. Yeah. So we didn't push too hard.
Yeah, right on.
Stayed calm and then push when we needed to push. So
So what did you think for first time crossing Catalina Challenge?
this will be my third time. This is my third time. I think it was the best one yet, only because the surf was a little bit more behind instead of on the side. Yeah. So it was fun. It was more fun. Yeah.
So again, guys, this is your third place podium finishers here right now. Really happy for you guys. You guys put on quite a show. Again, we'll probably catch up with you guys soon. We know you might want to go get some water and something to drink, some beverages.
Okay.
But thanks for stopping by. And any shout outs you guys want to give?
Yeah, let me know if they have shout outs
Pray for Lahaina. Yes.
Right on. There
All
you have
right.
it, guys.
All right,
Third
all right,
place.
Micah.
Pray for Lahaina.
Micah. Okay, guys, we're gonna back it up a little bit. We're gonna give this feedback for Manatea and for the people in Tahiti. Those are the world champions of the. But this is a mixed crew with Tahitians and Hawaiians. Então aí, pessoal, aí a entrevista com o pessoal de Kona, os campeões mundiais de Kona. Terroto de Bois, the microphone is yours.
Ok, on est avec Manatea là. Manatea, tes premières impressions là après ta première participation à la Catalina Crossing?
C'est une très belle course. Ça a été très vite aujourd'hui. C'était assez calme. Et puis, les copains ont fait du bon travail. Ça fait plaisir de le ramener encore une fois avec les boss de Hawaï. Je tiens à féliciter tous les boss.
Au niveau des conditions, ça a donné quoi? Il y avait un 3 quarts arrière gauche, hein? C'était pas facile, hein, je pense. Hein?
Oui, voilà, de temps en temps, mais bon, c'était essayer d'aider un peu notre barreur pour prendre les balles qu'on pouvait. Sinon, voilà, il y avait quand même un petit coup de surf à la moitié du chemin. C'était top. Il y avait un petit fight là à la fin avec Nakila.
Ok.
Puis, voilà, on a essayé de garder notre troisième place jusqu'à la fin. Et puis, voilà.
Donc troisième aujourd'hui, un dernier mot?
Non, ben, je tiens à remercier tous les boss de Hawaï. Et congrats les boss. Merci pour nous avoir accepté avec nous participer à cette course. Et merci aussi à Baptiste et tous ceux qui nous ont envoyés ici avec Joe, Travalis, tout le staff. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, boy.
Thanks. Congratulations, guys.
É isso aí, pessoal. Esse é o time de Kona, Big Island, com uma parceria com os remadores tahitianos. Aí nós vamos tentar. We're gonna try to get the other boat, the sport boat, because to talk to the other athletes, we have Chase over there. Can you guys give a shout out and ask the escort boat to come here so we can do the same thing? We can get them talking.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna try to pull up right now. We just got to talk to. Looks like that our third place is was the Kona crew mixed with some of our Tahitian paddlers. We're gonna try to get their chase boat over here and maybe just we're gonna give them a shout out right now and you know congratulate them and yeah. Right now they're just watching some of the junior boys that paddle with their team and they're just cheering them on. We're gonna let them get their moment because this is what it's all about right here. Watching some of your friends battle and come across. Chase, I'm gonna hand this to you real quick. If you could put on the headset real quick. Just put them on.
Oh, it's like a newscaster.
Hey, what's up, Chase? Again, guys, we're here with the mix. We have the Hawaii boys and some of the Tahitian crew. Again, I have Chase Vonderheim here on the cam right now. Chase, can you give us a little breakdown about the race and what you thought about it?
Was good actually. It wasn't too hot. We actually had like a little bit of good conditions kind of coming from the north, I think it was.
Yep.
So we were able to surf some. Yeah, the start, Shell and Kalahui was kind of gone off the start. That was kind of crazy to see, but we kind of just kept patient and just kept focused on what we're here to do. So.
Yeah. So did you guys know you were in third place coming around towards Newport? Did you guys have an idea?
Yes, I think yeah, we had a pretty good idea. We got kind of confused with all like the masters and juniors stuff. We were like, oh, how these guys get up here? But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So just every in general, with that race, coming off of the IVF, win, and then trying to come together and go to Catalina with this crew. How did you guys choose the crew, and how did you think it went all in all?
It's pretty much all we got as our boys. So yeah, we've been paddling together for a while. So it was good to get a couple of the like Monetaire and Samawi to come with us from Tahiti, and yeah, it worked out good.
Yeah, and then I asked Avid earlier, but did you guys notice if Lanakila flipped and then you guys try to make a move on that?
We did notice them flip, but yeah, and we may try to make a move definitely.
Right
Take what we can get.
Yeah, right on. We're proud of you guys. That was an awesome race. You guys definitely put on a show for us. But we just wanted to come here, stop by, see how it was. But any shout outs you guys want to give to any of your guys' family, friends, crews?
Feel free, everyone, to give a shout out for family. And also, I want to know from you, Chase, and from the team, from the rest of the crew, you guys just won the Worlds. So the momentum is good. Third place in the Catalina cross with all the big names here. The momentum of you guys having this year. It's amazing. So my question is, what is next for the Kona boys?
I think we got a race next weekend, Henry race in Oahu, and I think that might be a season for us until next season. Kind of recoup a little bit and come out strong next year.
Any of you guys are doing the Hawaii Kinui?
I think maybe some of us for sure, but we're still up in the air kind of thing.
All right, feel free to share the microphone with the team members to give a shout out to family or people.
Anybody want to give a shout out?
Shout out to Asai Hawaii. That's the Asai Bulls on Big Island over here.
Let's go. Yeah.
Kainoa.
Yeah, right on, boys.
Yeah, definitely
excited.
our family. Definitely to all our family. Shout out.
Yeah,
They're the ones who let us come here. So.
Yeah, we're super excited. Congrats again, guys, and enjoy your rest of your day. And thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boys.
Go.
Let's go. That's how, guys. Send it.
And those are the Hawaiians that won the world championship. Micah.
Yes, sir.
We see a lot of juniors teams passing by. Pretty sure that I don't even know what the time of the first place of this race, if they broke the record or not.
But I'm not too sure exactly what the times are going to be, the official times, until we get a final call on the results. But I do know as it stands, it does look like as far as the podium, that 1, 2, 3 was Shell and Kalawi Kai, followed up by who we just interviewed. So again, we were just really excited to bring that feed here and live to you and get a little bit of chat with some of the crews and how it was. But I think they're pretty excited to get back over here all safe, but in a good finish and result. So absolutely, it's a good time for everyone right now.
Oh yeah. And that's it, guys. That's the 2023 Catalina Channel Crossing. I'm gonna end this live streaming here in Portuguese for the followers in Brazil. And Tehoto, I want you to come here and be participating of the end of this transmission here. So here we are, the streaming team here, Tehoto de Boan, Mike Calama, André Souza. Guys, thank you very much for participating. Pessoal do Brasil aí, nós estamos encerrando a transmissão. Desde já agradeço o apoio, o suporte aí por estar botando a fé nessa transmissão, apesar das dificuldades. Mas é assim, a gente vai superando os obstáculos para cada vez mais vir com uma melhor transmissão para vocês aí no Brasil. Um abraço a todos, obrigado, um abraço para minha família, todo mundo aí no Brasil suportando nós. Mônica Diaz, if you're watching me, tomorrow I'm coming back home. Guys, feel free. It's a pleasure to have you here. Tahiti, Hawaii, Brazil, all together. We love you guys. Va'a vibes. Mike, your last thoughts.
No, just thanks for everybody to coming on and supporting Va'a Vibes and tuning in. And again, big shout out to all the sponsors out there, Audio Outrigger World and Tahiti Va'a, as well as all the families that are supporting each and every one of us paddlers. Because without your sacrifice, it's not gonna be as enjoyable. So thank you for all your sacrifice. And again, shout out to Maui, Lahaina Strong.
Tehoto, your family in Tahiti.
Oui, tout d'abord, je voudrais remercier André. C'est une première expérience pour moi. Merci à tous ceux qui nous ont suivis. Thank you all, guys. Ma petite famille, je vous aime. Je reviens bientôt. Et ouais, c'est un plaisir pour moi d'avoir partagé ça avec vous aujourd'hui. Bon, on a vu encore une fois la domination tahitienne. Donc, Tahitians, still the best.
Let's go.
Et voilà, mais voilà, quoi qu'il en soit, keep paddling, keep train,
keep paddling,
focus,
guys.
don't sleep.
Don't sleep. Kick the boa.
See you guys soon.
All right, guys. See you next one.
Yeah, right on, guys.